So, as most of you know by now, Fantastic Four trailer dropped this morning. We knew it was coming. I think I talked about it last week on here.
You had, I don't know if we talked about it.
We talked about it off air.
Yeah.
That it was coming out today.
I didn't know it was coming out today. I figured it was being held till Sunday.
I did too. You know why it dropped today? It's February 4th. F4.
Is it that?
It's that.
Or is it so there's something positive to talk about in the shareholder meeting tomorrow? Which, if
Probably
you're
both.
also watching,
Probably both.
there will actually be 2 special live streams tomorrow.
Yeah.
The first one will be our review of the next 3 episodes of Fantastic Spider-Man.
Your Friendly Neighborhood.
Was
Fantastic Spider-Man. That's a whole different thing.
And the second one, which will come right after that one, we're going to go back and we're going to go through and break down the shareholder meeting. And if anything looks good out of this, because I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty grim shareholder meeting.
I'm going to try to avoid Twitter because usually I'll just come in here. I think that's going to be a longer one because I assume we're just going to watch the live stream of it, right? Or watch the recording of it.
We probably could.
Yeah.
They're only ever like an hour.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be more like a sit back and
it's going to be a reaction.
React, yeah.
It's going to be a reaction video.
I'm going to be like, get Iger off the screen.
Iger only calls in now. I don't even think he does any of the actual stuff. Anywho, jumping back to you.
Fantastic. So, I'm feeling fantastic, George. How about yourself?
There's not a lot of movies this year that I'm actually curious and interested in.
I was so heavily considering waking up at 4 a.m. this morning to watch this trailer as soon as it dropped.
I am hopeful. I'll be honest. I am hopeful that it might be good. I'm not looking forward to Pedro Pascal in the role. I don't think he has that right type of demeanor.
Depends on how they do the Reed. Because he could be like silly, goofy, autistic Reed, or he could be like calm, calculating Reed.
Again, I've heard part of this trailer.
We'll see. You've only seen part of it, but you have okay. Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
Let's just get into it.
Yeah, but I don't want to spoil too much.
All right.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay?
T-5. Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock. The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
Fantastivision, George.
Okay. I'm going to take a back seat.
Okay.
You are the right now current Marvel buff, Marvel head, Marvel fan. I've waned away from it because I've been burned too much recently. So I want you to start it and you tell me your thoughts.
I love the set design.
Agreed.
I love Michael Giacchino scoring Fantastic Four.
Agreed.
I love the Thing and how he finally looks comic accurate other than the shirt.
Okay. So no, hold on. Let me go. Give me a second. Don't get so hateful yet. No, I like the look of the model.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the shirt.
I think the shirt's a little weird, but I'm okay with it.
It doesn't bug me enough that I'm not happy. He feels like he's not finished animated yet.
He might not be.
Because his lips are hardly moving while he's talking. And my other problem with the Thing, he doesn't sound like the Thing.
Well, that's the thing, though. Get it? His voice doesn't necessarily change. He's still human.
No, but what I mean by that, I'm not saying that his
voice... Are you
voice,
saying the voice actor isn't the right fit?
It doesn't fit. Like it legitimately feels like the voice actor is not even doing a voice for him. He's just talking. I went to say
what? Close the garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay?
Yeah, he doesn't have that New Yorker accent.
He doesn't have a New Yorker accent. He legitimately sounds like, I'm here for my paycheck right now, and I'm going to read my lines.
I get what you're saying.
And I am done.
I get what you're saying.
He doesn't need to sound like he's changed.
He needs to sound like he's from Yancey Street.
Correct.
Yeah, I get that.
None of these characters sound like they're New Yorkan.
Well, Reed doesn't necessarily have to, I believe. Okay, another thing I want to point out is who's the director again? Oh, I had it.
It's the director of WandaVision.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember his name. Unless it's at the end. It's not at the end. Anyways, I love what he's doing with like the camera work and like the CGI, because like if you look at this shot of Johnny when he flames on, I'm gonna put on.
Well, so I'm gonna say right here, I think Johnny, the look of him, is fantastic.
I think Johnny's great.
I think they did that.
Johnny and Sue, I think, are perfect. Look-wise.
Look-wise, yes.
I think they're perfect.
I will agree in that case.
And oh my god, hold on. Let me finish this thought first. Playback. Let me go 0.5. I want you to look at his flames. They're casting lens flares.
No, yeah.
And then when he flames on, there's like dirt and stuff on the lenses.
Absolutely.
I think that is so cool.
The look of Johnny, the flames and such look really good. Ben's CGI does not look polished, so I'm not gonna make. There's still a lot of time for CGI editing.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is I don't like it when we get a trailer out with early animation done.
Yeah.
It should be finished, in my opinion, because you're trying to. This is why to see the movie, and here it partly is done. Imagine how it's going to be.
I can understand that criticism.
The
other thing I like, this is again work with camera work and CGI,
yes,
which is really cool, is Sue's ability isn't she turns invisible, she manipulates light energy.
Correct.
So here you see like a rainbow warble. That's her manipulating the light. I think that's so cool. It's the first time in like media where she's not a light blue, she's rainbow. And I think that is so awesome.
No, again, I think she has done well. We have not touched one of them, and yeah, okay, I can see the look on your face.
I don't think this trailer does a good enough job with Reed. There is nothing about Reed.
He's not acting. Go back and watch that section. Go back and watch.
Disney will upcoming trailers at this year's CinemaCon. I'm not trying. I don't understand what you're trying to say, Kevin. Sorry.
Disney will have an updated trailer at the CinemaCon.
Updated trailer at CinemaCon. When is CinemaCon?
I'll look it up on my side while.
What am I pulling up over here?
Go back and watch his delivery that we get of him. He does not actually.
Like this.
The best pilot in the world, right here.
Yeah, best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Not even necessarily there. Go back to the beginning of it, where we get that long monologue where he's quote unquote
welcome to the
everybody.
Batch building.
We do family dinner every week, Sunday at 7 on the dot. No matter what, we're all here.
And you know what? I can agree with you because when I hear that delivery, I hear Pedro Pascal. I don't hear Reed.
And I agree with that. And that's my problem.
Disney's going to show the official trailer for Fantastic Four First Steps at this year's CinemaCon. Thank you, Kevin.
Okay.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah, so again, this is just a teaser.
Yeah.
But again, there should be some wow to it. The read does not excite me. Pedro Pascal in this role, I was nervous coming into it.
Yeah, you weren't happy with that casting. I know that.
And then once we get this part of it,
this shot,
he doesn't help me with it.
Johnny though goes insane. Like, dude, I think that shot goes crazy.
Well, and like here, go back like 2 frames, and then go forward. You're fine. Just let it go. Like here, the thing, he works so well in it. I still don't like the shirt and such on him.
I don't like the shirt
choice.
either. But if it makes him not look weird, it's fine. And he's not naked.
He's not naked.
He's not naked. That's the important thing.
I mean, yeah. Now, this is getting into speculation area.
Okay.
This obviously is taking place in the 50s, 60s.
Yes.
How do they make it to 2025?
So, pull my screen back up.
Pull your screen back up.
Yes. I'm trying to find the specific shot. So, no. Right here.
T-5.
How do you zoom in?
I don't know on Windows. I wouldn't know.
This right here.
Yeah.
It's a wormhole.
Okay.
It's hard to see in the light, but this says enter, and then this is exit right here. This is a wormhole.
Okay, so we're gonna use wormholes, our explanation to jump time.
Also, I'm gonna get real nerdy here for a second.
Absolutely.
I'm starting to read the Secret Wars event that I assume is going to be Avengers Secret Wars or adapted into Avengers Secret Wars. It deals a lot with incursions. Like the first issue of the Prelude series going into it, there's an incursion happening on 616. Somebody jumps from that Earth down to 616 and blows up the other planet to stop it.
Question for you.
Yes.
Because I'm not, again, reading any of the comics at the moment.
Uh-huh.
This series, when did this series come out?
2015.
Okay, so...
This is God Emperor Doom Secret Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that could
it could be an incursion happening between the Fantastic Universe and 616. I hate that we're calling it 616. That's a side tangent. Now, plot-wise, we know it's a Galactus movie.
Yeah.
We know that for certain.
Well, we get the hint of Galactus there at the end of this shot.
From like official synopsis, they use the term until it gets personal or something like that. So people are speculating that we're also going to get Franklin and maybe Valeria Richards as well, their daughter, their son and daughter.
Yeah.
That's important because Franklin is an Omega level mutant where he has reality warping powers, and he becomes. So if Galactus is like the destroyer of worlds and like a force of nature, Franklin is the opposite end of the spectrum of that.
Okay.
So there's speculation that like Franklin is going to be like taken or threatened by Galactus, and that's how it gets personal. And that's why I think this line right here,
No matter what, we're all here.
that line I think is super important. Sunday at 7, no matter what. I think that line is super important, and that's why it's in this first teaser. Is because something's going to happen, and they're going to have to miss family dinner because of it.
I almost think you're looking too deep into that placement of that line.
Maybe. But it just felt really important. I think the delivery of it feels really important.
Do we know who the third person is in that shot?
No. We just assume it's like a reporter. Because this is like, obviously the Fantastic Four are already established.
Yeah.
We're expecting some sort of montage. Like, I think we'll see... I think we'll see the rocket launch and the cosmic rays, and then we'll get a montage catching up from then to now.
Which I'm more okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
because again, the initial things that I had seen and such was that we weren't getting anything of the origin of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Which to me was going to be a huge disservice.
Because if you come back,
To-
this looks like they're on the spacecraft for the first time, and they get hit with the cosmic rays, and she's turning invisible.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like to me. Because let me compare this suit to this.
It's not. They're not in the same suit at the moment because
No.
that's the undersuit.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
But yeah.
I mean, to me, it was going to. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Let's see. People still show up and support the MCU at the theaters. That my concern with James Gunn. Even if Superman is good film, with will the audience give DC another chance to get themselves together? I honestly think, and I only took it down just so I'm not blocking the cameras.
Yeah.
I honestly think Superman, I think, is going to be the one to beat this year.
Yeah.
I think Superman's going to bring enough people back. There is criticism because people aren't exactly happy to see him hurt.
Yeah.
But to me, that was crucial for that trailer.
We talked about
We
that.
did talk about that.
Yeah.
It shows that there is
vulnerability to him.
and which will make the character more interesting.
Because like that's the most boring part about Superman to me is that he's indestructible unless there's a glowing green rock.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be the one to beat. One of the podcasts I listened to talked about this also, that in their opinion, as long as Superman is good, MCU still has another year that they can get out good movies.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how this year goes for them because only one movie needs to be successful to keep hope in the franchise of a Superman movie or superhero movie. I don't know if this one's got it. What my tangent was I was going on. I'm happy because Fantastic Four are such unknown characters.
To the casuals, yeah.
The casuals. Like, I know who they are because I read the comic books. I still love the Civil War series. You get them a lot in it. But if you're straightforward, if you're like my old man who does like Marvel, he doesn't necessarily care about the Fantastic Four, so he doesn't really know anything about them.
He knows of them because he was like alive and cognizant when they were releasing.
But he doesn't necessarily know like their story.
Yeah.
Like he would go and watch the movies, but he would be like, I don't know why these characters can do anything they can. They just can't.
Yeah.
And to me, that's such a disservice to the characters because it helps build why they are the way they are.
Yeah.
It's like Spider-Man and Uncle Ben. It's such a big crucial part to his actual character and his actual being.
Yeah.
That if they did not show it, which I'm glad that even if we get a just quick montage of showing it, that helps me.
Yeah.
That gives me a little bit more faith in
Because
it.
that's exactly what this looks like to me. Is it looks like they're on the rocket right after the cosmic rays.
Yeah.
That's what this looks like to me. And I'm glad we're still getting it.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, it is incredibly crucial to their characters.
Well, because if we went to like a group of we went down to DCA.
Yeah.
And we went to Avengers Campus. I can almost guarantee you most of the people will have no idea who the Fantastic Four are.
Probably, yeah.
Because they all pretty much only know the MCU.
Well, with Rivals, they probably know them now.
Okay, but they know that this character can stretch.
Yeah.
That's about as far as they can know. What?
There were Fantastic Four movies not even 20 years ago.
How many of them were good?
How many of them are casual friendly?
Most.
How many
one.
how many MCU casuals know of them though?
Okay.
I know of them.
That's because
In case chat could not hear, there is actually a third person in here who's just hanging out. It's Justin's girlfriend.
What? You were gonna say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she had brought up that again, Fantastic Four films. They were just out.
They're
last
not good, but
20 years
they
ago.
did exist.
They also did not do well in the theaters.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just remember watching them as a kid, and I liked them.
I like the originals from 2005.
That's what I'm talking about.
But again,
and Four Stick was not good.
And so that one did okay, but that's still before like superhero movies took off.
Yeah.
So it did okay, and the fans that knew Marvel already saw it,
and they didn't like it.
And a lot of them didn't like it. So those fans already knew who the characters weren't exactly happy because they didn't feel like they were done right.
Exactly.
And that existed. However, a lot of those fans now have kids, and they all pretty much just have ignored those characters because
there
there's
isn't
not
a
anything to
good
show.
adaptation of them,
Yeah.
except for maybe like the 90s cartoon.
Oh yeah, there was a 90s cartoon.
There's a 90s and a 60s cartoon.
I forgot about the 90s.
Yeah. That's why Herbie exists, actually. Did you know for the 70s cartoon, they didn't have the rights for the Human Torch because they were afraid of selling the rights to the Human Torch because they didn't want kids to practice self-immolation. So they made Herbie instead.
I never knew this.
Funny enough, there is a comic about a kid trying to become the Human Torch and self-immolates, and he dies. And then like the Human Torch has a whole internal struggle with dealing with that.
Okay.
It's really interesting.
On that positive note,